Max Verstappen has around 50 wins when writing this video. It's extremely hard to pick the best one. Obviously our thoughts go to Abu Dhabi 2021 as that win won him the championship, but his performance there wasn't the best. No, my choice for best win goes to the Austin Grand Prix of 2021. Max won that race after a thrilling game of chess. In the next 7 minutes, give or take, I'll explain exactly why I was so impressed with Max Verstappen after winning this race. So, 2021 was one of the greatest seasons in the existence of Formula 1. A season where due to COVID-19 the new ground effect rules were postponed and only a few adjustments to the floor were made to take away some of the downforce. Pirelli was afraid the tires couldn't handle the downforce team had been able to create in those regulations that were there since 2014. Lewis Hamilton was going after his 8th title. Max Verstappen finally had the car to go for his first. Red Bull had nailed the new floor regulations, but Mercedes failed them somewhat. We can conclude that Red Bull had the fastest car in the first half of the season, but due to bad luck in Baku and 2 crashes caused by Mercedes drivers, Verstappen's lead was only 6 points coming to Austin, Texas. Hamilton had 256.5 points and Verstappen had 262.5 points. Mercedes had clawed back the aero deficit they had and with some clever political play were allowed to finish the last 4 races with a wing that was forbidden after the season ended. Mercedes had the upper hand, especially seeing the Austrian track suited the Mercedes package in previous years. The pressure was immense, but Max Verstappen was unbothered about it. He let all the political stuff go past him and laughed at the notion that he felt the pressure more because it was his first time in a title fight. He proved in that race once again that he can handle immense pressure. And now it's time for my sponsor. It's for a Dutch company, so it's in Dutch. But don't worry, it won't take long. This video is sponsored by Bloeibloemen. Op zoek naar een cadeau voor een ander of voor uzelf? Met de website van Bloeibloemen bent u op het juiste adres. U kunt hier terecht voor dagverse boeketten, maar ook voor het prachtigste trouw- en rouwwerk voor u of uw dierbaren. Bestel het mooiste boeket voor elke gelegenheid via de webshop www.bloeibloemen.nl/webshop. Wij leveren onze dagverse bloemen direct vanuit Flora Holland Rijnsburg en bezorgen in heel Nederland. We hanteren daarbij diverse bezorgmomenten en tarieven. De link voor de website van Bloeibloemen staat in de beschrijving van de video. And now back to the video. Qualifying. In a very exciting close qualification session, Max Verstappen put his car on pole position with Hamilton trailing him by 2/10. Checo Perez was right behind Hamilton, only 400 slower. The whole session had the risk of rain coming in, and by the time they were doing their final push lap, the rain had started in the pit lane. Max Verstappen had his 7th pole of the season, which set him up nicely for the race the next day. If you're enjoying this video, here's 3 seconds to leave a like and subscribe. I'm nearly at 1k now. So they line up at the start and the first turn is to the left. So it was important for Max to have a great start. He did have a great start, but Hamilton was quicker off the line, and after Max Verstappen pushed Hamilton to the left, Hamilton arrived at the turn first, took his line and pushed Verstappen off track. Something that would have been called dirty driving if Max Verstappen had done that to him. But never mind. Verstappen was lucky to have Perez as a teammate as he led him in front to chase Hamilton. Verstappen noticed quickly that Hamilton was sliding a lot, which meant he was taking a lot out of these tires. Verstappen sat back for a while cruising along, waiting for the ideal time to do the undercut, which is very powerful in Austin. The first one to pit was Max in lap 11. This brought him out behind Ricciardo. He passed him quickly and set a good pace. Hamilton went long on his tires, so Max Verstappen, with the overcapacity he has, came on the radio saying they should try to force Hamilton into pitting with Perez. Hamilton pitted lap 16 and came out behind Verstappen. The undercut had worked, but there was still a lot of laps to go. Around lap 29, Verstappen got the call from GP that he was free to push, which meant he could squeeze the last bit of life out of his tires before pitting a second time. In lap 30, Max pitted and Hamilton in P2 pitted 8 laps later to have fresher tires till the end. Slowly, little by little, Hamilton started closing the gap, and it was expected that Max's pace would drop off significantly. But it didn't. Verstappen managed to keep improving his lap times as he has the skill to lean on his tires a certain way to go fast without degradation. Hamilton did manage to get within 2 seconds of Verstappen, but that gave him dirty air, which was a big problem during the hybrid V6 turbo era. Things got really hairy at the lap before the last one when Mick Schumacher, driving for Haas, needed to be lapped. He couldn't disappear into nothing, so for a few excruciating corners he was holding up Verstappen. Max even asked GP to inform race control if they could hurry up with the blue flags. Then, going into the last lap, something amazing happened. Hamilton had DRS on Verstappen, but Verstappen had DRS thanks to Mick Schumacher. This enabled Verstappen to stay ahead and Hamilton wasn't able to overtake him. Max won this amazing race against the odds. He thanked the team and said that it was good to be aggressive sometimes. What impressed me was that this 23-year-old kid in his first title battle managed that win by executing the strategy that was made for him perfectly. Against this veteran of the sport in the most successful team of recent years in a faster car. As we all know, every point counted that season and any misstep could have cost him the title. This is why I'm a Max Verstappen fan for life. So, what was your favorite Max Verstappen race? Let me know in the comments. I might make a part 2 if the community really likes this video. Subscribe. Take care now. Doei doei.